In the stillness of a crisp autumn morning, I sat by the window, gazing out at the quiet streets as the first light of dawn pierced through the clouds. I had been lost in thought for days, questioning the structures that seemed to define my life. Everything felt constricting, rigid, and unyielding, like I was trapped in a web of invisible forces I couldn't escape. I had longed for freedom, for the ability to break free from the patterns and expectations that weighed me down. As if in response to my silent plea, a soft voice whispered from within, familiar yet foreign, as though it had always been there waiting for me to listen. "If there's one thing you must learn," it began, "it is that the universe itself is not chaotic. Everything is perfectly structured, even if it seems overwhelming at times. Patterns, laws, structures, they are not your prison. They are your tools." I blinked, startled by the clarity of the voice. It wasn't an external sound, but rather a knowing, a deep, resonant truth that I could no longer ignore. "Who are you?" I asked in my thoughts, though the answer came before the question had fully formed. "I am you," the voice replied. "The part of you that sees beyond the limits you've set. I am your potential, your higher self, the creator within you." I exhaled, leaning into this strange yet comforting presence. "What do you mean by structures being tools?" I asked. "Imagine the cosmos," the voice continued, "an infinite expanse, boundless and free. Yet for it to create, for it to know itself, it needed limits. Without structure, there would be no form. Without patterns, there would be no life. The structures you see in your life, the routines, the patterns of your thoughts, even the physical laws, are the framework through which you experience creation. Without them, there is only formlessness." I frowned. "But those limits make me feel trapped." The voice chuckled softly, like a gentle breeze. "You are not trapped. You are free within the structure. Freedom doesn't come from escaping it. It comes from knowing how to use it." I let the words sink in, turning them over in my mind. Could it be that what I had been resisting all this time wasn't the structure itself, but my own misunderstanding of it? "The universe is a vast interconnected network," the voice explained. "Constellations, planets, atoms, all of them follow patterns, not to limit themselves, but to create something beautiful, just like you. You are a network of instruments, a living, breathing organism made of countless parts working in harmony. Your body, mind, and spirit, these are your instruments. And when you learn to use them with coherence, you become the creator of your own life." I sat in awe, the realization beginning to dawn on me. I had always viewed life's structures as something imposed upon me, something to break free from. But now I was beginning to see that they were, in fact, my tools for growth. "To manifest, to create," the voice continued, "you must learn to use these instruments, your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, with intention. Coherence is the key. When you align your mind, body, and spirit, you become the master of your reality. This is not about controlling the world around you. It's about mastering the world within." A warmth spread through me, and for the first time in a long while, I felt a sense of peace. The restlessness that had been gnawing at me began to dissolve. "The universe is not your enemy," the voice said gently. "It is your partner. Its laws, its patterns, they are not there to bind you. They are there to support you, to give you the framework within which to create. The stars, the planets, the very atoms that make up your body, they are not distant or foreign. They are part of you. Use them as instruments, not as prisons." I smiled softly, feeling the truth of those words resonate deep in my core. "So, the freedom I've been searching for," I began, "has always been within you," the voice finished. True freedom comes when you understand that you are the creator of your own experience. You are not a victim of the cosmos. You are the cosmos, using itself as a tool for its own expansion. The patterns you resist are the same patterns that will guide you to your highest self. Learn to see them, to know them, and to use them. Only then will you understand that freedom is not the absence of limits, but the mastery of them. As the sun rose higher, casting a golden glow over the horizon, I felt a deep sense of clarity. Life, with all its complexities, no longer felt like an impenetrable maze. Instead, it felt like a vast, intricate tapestry, a mandala of endless possibilities, woven with care and precision. And I too was a weaver, a creator of my own destiny. "Thank you," I whispered, though I wasn't sure who I was thanking. The voice within, the universe, or perhaps myself. "You are the instrument of your own divinity," the voice said softly, fading into the quiet hum of my thoughts. "Use it well." From that day forward, I began to see life differently. I no longer resisted the structures around me. Instead, I embraced them, recognizing that they were my tools, not my chains. Every challenge became an opportunity to create, every limitation a chance to refine my mastery. I realized that the universe had always been on my side, not because it gave me what I wanted, but because it provided the framework for me to discover what I truly needed, myself. And in that discovery, I found the freedom I had been seeking all along.